Hi everyone, it's Pam with Eye Candy Scraps, and I want to welcome you to another segment of Thirsty Thursday. And I want to apologize for not being able to put any videos out for a while. Things just got kind of busy in my household, and then I decided that I was going to paint my living room, and that turned out to be a nightmare. And then I ended up hurting my wrist. I wasn't able to do much for a few weeks. So there you have it. That's what's been going on in my house. But for today's video, we are going to learn how to create your own mask using the covers for your Cricut cartridges. I mean, not your cartridges, but your Cricut mats that you no longer use. So save the covers. I have mine from when I had my the original Cricut. As you can see, I now have an expression. But this was the first one that I made. I don't know if you can see that. But for this one, I used my Sizzix die cuts, the Elegant Flourishes from Tim Holtz. So you can use your Cricut. You can use your Cricut or any of your die cuts, your quick cuts, spell binders, your Cuttlebug, any of those. But for this one, we're using our Cricut machine. And if you're not sure what masking is, I have some Tim Holtz ones that I'll show you. And what they are is they're these little shapes. It's just like this. And then you put it on paper and you can ink over it, mist over it. You can even put paint over it. And it'll wash right off as long as the paint's still wet. And I will show you one, and I made one earlier today using this shape off my Art Philosophy Cricut cartridge. And I'll post, and if you want to learn more about the Cricut cartridge, there will be a link in the description. And today we're going to be making this shape right here. But here is, if you're still new to what masking is, here's the one that I did with inking on the other one that I made. And I will have a tutorial video within the next few weeks on how to do masking. I may post that one first before this one. I'm making more than one video today to get caught up. So if you hear a lot of clanking and banging in my videos, I try to make my videos on Sundays, and Sundays is our laundry day. So if you hear clanking and buzzing, that's my dryer. So to get started, what you're going to do is you're going to insert, well, I don't need to show you how to do this, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pause the camera and cut my cartridge here in a little bit. But I'm going to show you something. For this, because we want to use, we want to make it so we have two different masks. You want to take your diagonal button and go at least 1/4 of an inch in. I think I went 3/4, but you just want to be away from the edge a little bit so you have room to work. So I'm going to go ahead and pause, and I'm going to cut, and I'll be back shortly. Okay, I'm back. As you can see, I have my pieces cut. And the benefit of using your Cricut machine is you can make it any size you want. And I wanted a bigger one, so I set it at 3 to cut, but obviously you can make it smaller if you want. So to make it sticky, I'm going to use my Xyron, but you can use anything. You can use your two-way glue. You can use spray adhesive, the repositionable kind. It's important that you use repositionable, you know, so you can use it over and over and over again, and it's not permanently on your project. Now, if you wanted to use it as just a clear transparency, you can use a permanent one if you wanted to. So we're just going to run it through. I'm going to use this little one too. And there you have it. You now have your custom masks. And now, how I keep mine is I actually will leave them on here and just store them on this and put them in a baggie, because I don't have a whole lot to space to organize everything as of yet. But so that's how I do it, and it drives me crazy. But there you have it. That's how you create your own masks. And if you don't know how, if you never used one of these before, the downfall of it is it leaves a gum, like a gummy residue around your edges. So you just will take your finger and get it off before you use it. Same with you using it as an adhesive for your projects.